Hello everybody, welcome to the Cheryl Technology channel. I'm your host Chris and I'm back with another video. And in this video, yes, y'all guessed it, you can see it on the screen. Why did I buy a MacBook M1 Pro? Why did I do it? So the introduction to this video, I'm going to go over kind of like I'd been thinking about it for a while. I thought about it for a while. I didn't really know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do video editing and production, like audio production, stuff like that, because that's the stuff I really like to do, even more so than technology. And what I really couldn't figure out was what I wanted to, like what I really wanted to do in terms of like, how am I going to edit things? Like, what is the best way to do that? Well, I can tell you on a MacBook, it is easy. So this MacBook I like because, and here I'll show it to you. This is what it looks like. This is it right here. See, it's right there. See. It's just a little, it's got the little MacBook M1 logo on the bottom. And so what I can tell you about it is that it is very, it's very fast. So just to give you a comparison kind of in terms of what we do, the first reason I like it, okay, that's the introduction. The first reason I like it is because of the speed at which it compiles the video. So it compiles the video about 2 minutes faster than my desktop, which has a 8-core AMD Ryzen. No, I can't remember what version it is, but it's got 16 gig of RAM and a Samsung 1 terabyte NVMe. An EVO 980, I believe is what it is. The problem is that when I try to, let me just give you an example. Here, let me get, yeah, y'all like that background, huh? So let's go into DaVinci Resolve. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. So when you go into DaVinci Resolve and there's a part where you load in the video. So let's just take this one, for example. Let's just take this one. So when you load in the clip right here, so there'll be media here and you drag it into here. What happens, I've noticed, is that the video sometimes doesn't load all the way across. So like in this area, you'll load in the video and it'll go like do a frame at a time. Whereas on the MacBook, it's like shoo, and it's done. Now that's one thing I've noticed. So that's the SoC probably doing that, because it's able to process things a lot faster. Now, what I really want y'all to see about this is that I paid a little less than this, actually. This is the one I bought, too. That's the same one I bought right there. But for some reason, I got it for like 17 something. I think it was on sale at the time. And I got it about almost a year ago. I can't believe I've had it a year ago now. But that's why I bought it, was for video editing and for my business stuff. All of the business stuff that I do here and along, I do a lot of business stuff on it. And what I found out was that it's much faster at doing certain things, but it's not a replacement for my desktop. So I'm going to reiterate that. It is a very fast machine, but it is not a replacement for my desktop. So, but for most things, it does a very good job. Now, the other day I did a video. I tried a video on it, and I had like my audio interface. So now I have completely different audio interface now. It's a Pile PMXU 438T. That's the one I have. It's just a little 2-channel one that does a very good job. I like it. I had a Focusrite Scarlett Solo, but so I connected the Solo into the USB-C port. I connected a webcam, the Logitech Stream Cam is what I had. Connected that in, got it all connected up, and I started noticing little anomalies like glitching. I saw like this stuttering issue. I would watch it as I was recording in OBS. It was running about 4 or 5, 10. I don't know. It was like maybe 5, 10% CPU. But I noticed that it was stuttering, and I never could figure out why it was stuttering. Now, this is the same webcam that on this machine, on my desktop, will actually blue screen it. So I think it's the camera. I think there's something wrong with the camera that's causing it to do that. Worked fine at first. I've recorded 5, 6 videos with it and it did fine, but I like the look of the Canon better. You just cannot see how it's got that warmness to it? You can't get that on a standard camera, man. On like a webcam, you're not going to get that. That's why I like it. I will probably never go with another webcam again. I will probably stay with an actual camera because they just look better. They have the lenses and things to do with the processing and stuff too. So the second point I want to make. Now, mine came, as you can see right here, with an 8-core CPU, 14-core GPU, 16 gig of RAM, 512 SSD. And what I did was, and man, the display on this thing is incredible. Those Retina displays, let me tell you, they look beautiful. They are extremely beautiful. The color is awesome. They're vibrant and really, they look very, very good. Now, mine, I use, and thank you for the SD card slot, Apple. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I really want y'all to look at this. This is a very nice laptop. Okay, now, some of you are probably thinking at this point that we're at point 2, and you are probably thinking, why have you not mentioned this price? This is extremely ridiculous. Now, I will agree with you to some degree. Now, it depends upon what you're using it for. Some people use them for editing. If you're using it for the internet, then yes, it's expensive. But this thing will actually do all of the editing. It does all the sound, the video, all of the color correction if I do any of that, which I don't ever do it because I don't need to. I try to get that right from the beginning. But what I have found is that, and I don't have a color correct monitor, so it doesn't matter. So what I have found is that this machine, for the money, so this is what came with mine, for the money, is an extremely good value because you are getting a full-fledged machine, a full-fledged computer for $2,000. Now, it may sound expensive, but when you think about it, how long have you seen the MacBooks last? The MacBook Pros. So you had the range of like 2000, what was it? 18 to 2020, where they suck. Absolutely suck. The 2019 is the one I use at work, and it sucks. That thing, now don't get me wrong, it's fast at some stuff. Some stuff it does a good job. Most stuff it doesn't. But what I have found is that it's very slow with virtualization. And I'm using Parallels on it, but it's still slow. So I would not recommend that 2019 one. But this one, the 2021 M1 MacBook Pro, is very, very good. It's a very good machine. And you can see, I mean, it does, and it can do like 8K video and stuff. I don't know, man. I like it because it's fast. That's the second point, I guess you'd say, is that it's fast and it's a pretty decent value for what you pay. Now, the third point I want to make is I was going to do an in-depth video of this to like look at the specs and stuff, but there's no point really. What I can tell you is that I've used computers for years and years and years, and this is one of the fastest I have ever used. It is super fast. I love the trackpad, man. The trackpad on the MacBooks are the best ever made. They are just incredibly well done. Apple does a fine job with their trackpads. They are beautifully done. They're smooth. They're accurate. Very good. The keyboard is incredibly good. The conclusion of this video is, okay, while the MacBook is $2,000, now that's just a start. That's for the base model that I have. So you can get up to a 16-core. Mine, I think, is the 8-core. Because I don't need any more than that. What I can tell you about this is that it's a very good machine. It is fast, accurate, and it does a phenomenal job in editing. Now, does that mean that it replaces a desktop? No, I don't believe it does. But it is a good alternative if you're moving. It's built to go with you. It's mobile, and it's small. Like, it's a 14-inch, but this thing is pretty teensy. I mean, that's maybe a quarter of an inch, maybe. And it never gets hot. It never freaking gets hot. I've never seen it get even warm. Even the only time it got warm was one time when I was doing a video, editing it in the middle of the summer on a trip in the car all the way to Denver. It got a little warm then, but that was it. I've never seen it get warm other than that time. So here's what I can tell you. I'm going to give you a quote of what my dad told me. He said, son, heat kills electronics. If it doesn't get hot, it's going to last probably a really long time. So y'all can take this review or this thing however you want it. I just really wanted to show y'all that the MacBook M1 Pro, MacBook Pro M1 Pro, God, what a stupid name, is a very good machine. And I think I've got that one. Yeah, I've got that one. And y'all, we've reached the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, y'all, peace.